Imagine spending 3 months building the perfect AI template pack.
Yeah, just pouring your whole soul into it.
Right. You finally hit publish, you refresh the page, and, well, you hear absolute silence.
It's brutal. But, it happens every single day.
It really does. Why does that happen? Because you asked for their money before proving your competence.
Exactly. People skip the most crucial step. They want to be the expert immediately.
But nobody trusts a self-proclaimed guru anymore.
No, definitely not. Those days are over.
Welcome to the deep dive. We are exploring a highly practical guide today.
It is a really fantastic one, too.
It tackles building a profitable AI side hustle from scratch. And it does this through a very counterintuitive method.
Yeah, it goes against a lot of standard advice.
You document your messy Claude AI workflows directly on YouTube. You build vital trust first and digital products second.
It is a fascinating approach to the modern internet. You aren't starting with a polished final product.
You start with a raw, unfiltered learning process. Beat. Let's unpack this initial trust barrier.
Okay, let's do it.
The internet is flooded with AI experts right now. Traditional side hustles often fail at the start.
Because nobody knows who you are.
Right. Strangers simply won't buy your expensive AI templates. They definitely won't hire your brand new agency.
Because they haven't seen your technical skills in action yet. It is, a classic chicken and egg scenario.
You need clients to show your work.
And you need work to get clients. It is incredibly frustrating.
The source points at a brilliant bypass to this. You don't actually need a client to show your skill.
No, you really don't. You just need a problem, an AI, and a screen recorder.
It is intimidating, though, isn't it, putting your half-baked ideas out there?
Oh, absolutely. People want to hide the struggle.
I mean, I still wrestle with blank page paralysis myself. Starting a new project feels incredibly daunting.
Which is exactly why this strategy works so well. You aren't staring at a blank page.
You are starting with Claude.
Yeah. You use the AI to learn and test workflows. Then you simply record that exact learning process.
But the source emphasizes a strict prerequisite here. You must have a clean Claude workspace first.
Yes, that is completely non-negotiable.
What does that actually mean in practice?
Well, it means setting strict memory limits and context rules. If your workspace is messy, the AI gets confused.
It starts pulling in weird data.
Exactly. It might reference an older, completely unrelated conversation. If that happens on screen, your audience gets lost immediately.
The foundational layer must be crystal clear.
Right. You want viewers to easily follow your internal logic.
I love this underlying concept. It's like an open kitchen in a restaurant.
Oh, that is a great analogy.
You see the chef prepping the ingredients. You watch them adjust the heat on the stove. Seeing that process builds your overall confidence.
You actually trust the final plate of food more.
Right. And you're showing them the raw digital ingredients.
Exactly. Let's say you take a rough idea about AI side hustles. You ask Claude to generate 5 different YouTube video topics.
You ask for a hook, a lesson, and a clear takeaway.
Yeah. Then you show viewers exactly what Claude spits out. You review the output and explain your editing choices.
You explain why one hook works better than another.
Exactly. It is highly educational to watch.
But here's my question. Does showing the messy middle actually build authority, or does it make you look like an amateur?
It definitely builds authority. It shatters the illusion of AI magic. People know AI outputs are rarely perfect on the first try.
They know it requires tweaking.
Right, so watching you fix the mistakes proves your real competence. It shows you are the skilled operator.
So breaking the AI illusion actually proves your real competence.
Yeah, authenticity beats polish every single time.
So if the goal is radical transparency, well, showing people the actual messy middle, a text blog probably won't cut it.
No, not at all.
They need to see your screen. Is that why YouTube becomes the default engine for this strategy?
Exactly. YouTube physically proves that you did the work. Viewers literally watch your cursor move across the screen.
They see your very first idea.
Yeah. They watch you type the specific prompt into Claude.
Just to ground this for a second, a prompt is simply a specific instruction telling AI what to do.
Right, that is exactly it. They see that prompt go in, then they see Claude's raw answer appear on screen.
And it is completely unedited at that point.
Unedited and usually a little robotic at first. Then they watch you make critical edits in real time.
They even see you design the final Canva thumbnail.
Right, they see the entire messy process end to end.
Wait, if Claude does all the heavy lifting, though, aren't we just spamming the internet with generic content?
That is a very fair and common concern. But, the human review is where the actual value lives.
Because the AI is just a tool.
Right. Claude drafts things fast, but you steer the ship. You decide what stays and what gets deleted.
You choose the unique angle, you fix the obvious hallucinations.
Precisely. You add real personal examples to the generated text. You make sure the final version sounds clear and human.
It is a collaboration.
Yeah. And this is where the repurposing magic happens. One authentic YouTube video becomes a massive content goldmine.
Walk me through that. How do we extract that gold mine?
Well, you don't need a brand new idea every day. You start with one real test and reuse the best parts.
You feed your messy notes back into the AI.
Exactly. You tell Claude to turn those notes into a short script.
You instruct it to keep the tone simple.
Yeah. You ask it to explain the problem and show the workflow. You make sure it ends with one clear viewer takeaway.
Which easily becomes a short video clip.
Or it could be a LinkedIn post or an X thread.
How do you avoid burnout if you're producing all these different formats?
You let Claude do the heavy lifting of repurposing. You feed your core test back into the system. Claude drafts the new formats based on your initial work.
You let one core experiment automatically fuel a dozen smaller content pieces.
Exactly. It saves so much time. Sponsor.
We have the platform and required mindset.
We know what we are doing and where we are doing it.
Now we need a reliable map. How do we execute this without getting completely overwhelmed?
Well, the source outlines a very specific 30-day blueprint.
It breaks the overwhelming task into weekly sprints. Let's look at week 1.
Week 1 is entirely about finding simple video ideas. You aren't building complex automations just yet.
You give Claude a prompt for 10 easy-to-test concepts.
Right. These ideas need a specific structure, though.
A viewer problem, an angle, and a clear takeaway.
Yes, exactly. You review those 10 generated ideas. You pick the 3 easiest ones to actually record.
Keep it simple. Then week 2 shifts the focus slightly.
Yeah, week 2 is about building a highly repeatable video format.
Why is standardizing the format so crucial here?
Because it removes friction. Your video always starts with a rough idea. You show the Claude prompt.
You show the raw output.
You make your edits. You deliver the takeaway. Following this logical path makes recording much faster.
Every single video follows the exact same narrative arc.
Exactly. Then week 3 is where the dynamic really shifts. You let the audience dictate the actual content you make.
You completely stop guessing what people want to see online.
Right. You feed viewer comments directly into Claude. You take their specific questions and their daily struggles.
You ask the AI to group them into new ideas.
It is brilliant.
Whoa, beat. Imagine scaling from 0 to a fully automated feedback loop in just 4 weeks.
It is an incredibly powerful way to build a business. You transition from a creator to a curator.
You simply build what they are actively asking for.
Exactly. Then week 4 is about deep review and future planning. You feed your 30-day performance metrics back into Claude.
You carefully look at your views, your saves, and your comments.
Saves are a massive signal, by the way. A save means your workflow is a real utility.
People want to return to it later.
Yeah, so Claude helps you identify which topics hit the hardest. You figure out which content ideas you should repeat.
You learn which concepts could eventually become a paid product.
Right.
What if you get to week 4 and your metrics yield absolutely 0 comments?
Oh, the guide has a great contingency plan for that. You use common beginner questions from other platforms.
You search Reddit or X for AI struggles.
Exactly. You just answer the questions people are asking elsewhere.
You simply pivot to answering questions people are asking in other places.
Yeah. You borrow their curiosity until you build your own audience.
Okay, let's look at the horizon here. Let's say after 30 days you have an audience.
A solid, engaged group.
They trust your transparent workflow. How do we responsibly translate that trust into income? We want to avoid ruining the foundation we just built.
Well, you watch closely for buying intent. Audience comments will eventually change. They stop asking general questions.
They start getting more specific.
Right. They start asking for specific assets. They ask if you have a template for your workflow.
They might ask you to personally help them set it up.
Exactly. Those comments are actual business signals. They want your specific workflow to solve their problem.
That is when you introduce small digital products.
Yes. So you might offer a simple template pack first. Maybe price it around $19 to $49.
People are happily paying for clarity and time savings.
You can even prompt Claude to build this initial pack. You feed it your final polished workflow.
You ask it to write beginner-friendly setup instructions.
Exactly. It creates the product for your loyal audience.
We see this mistake all the time, though. Someone spends 6 months building a massive AI course,
Oh, yeah. It happens constantly.
which is like building a whole car before checking if they want a steering wheel.
Yeah.
You are just assuming demand.
It is a huge trap. Start with the steering wheel. The guide also warns against showing only polished results.
Because people learn much more from the messy, realistic process.
Exactly. It warns against copying random AI trends, too. If you haven't tested it, do not share it.
Real mistakes are far more useful than fake perfection.
Absolutely. And keep the initial setup very simple. You don't need 5 different AI tools chained together.
One solid Claude workflow is plenty for a beginner. Making things too complicated is a massive pitfall.
Yeah, it just scares people away.
The income growth path feels very organic here, though. Simple prompts slowly evolve into affordable templates.
Then custom setups become higher priced services. A custom setup might cost $100 to $300.
Like building a YouTube content structure for a fitness creator.
Right. You prompt Claude for that specific client niche. You request 10 video ideas and a posting schedule.
Eventually, those mature workflows become comprehensive paid courses. But it all starts with that first messy test.
It really does.
When is the exact right psychological moment to introduce a paid offer?
When you see repeated audience questions asking for the exact same asset, that repetition is the undeniable signal of market demand.
You sell the solution exactly when your audience actively asks for it.
Yeah, you never have to force a sale again.
Let's pull back and look at the bigger picture. The core philosophy here is deeply fascinating.
It really changes how you view online business.
The person who makes money in the AI era isn't always building software. Often it's the person acting as a relatable guide.
Because trust is the actual product you are building. You are demystifying the technology.
You are helping people who feel totally left behind.
You share real, flawed workflows. You watch how real viewers respond. Then you slowly turn the strongest signals into simple products.
It is a profound shift in perspective.
I have a challenge for you this week.
Yeah.
Run just one messy Claude workflow test. Document the entire learning process.
Just put it out there, regardless of how unpolished it feels.
Exactly.
It leaves you wondering about the future. If AI eventually automates the coding of our apps and the writing of our books, will the most valuable currency left in the world simply be our human ability to curate, stumble, and explain the process to each other? Outro music.